Hi, welcome to Barista B. Many of the beginners always have the problem with steaming the milk and getting the right angle.
And today we're going to show you two different ways to steam the milk using your left hand side or your right hand side.
And we both are right-handed, but I personally prefer using my left hand side to steam the milk and getting the right angle.
And for me, I'm comfortable with the right hand side to steam the milk to get the right angle.
And it really depends on your personal preference and which way you're comfortable with. As long as you get the right technique, you can still get that silky texture of the milk. So let's get started! So first we're gonna explain how to get the right angle, then techniques on how to froth the milk properly, then followed by mistakes that many beginners make. So the first one is how to get the right angle using your right hand to hold the jug. So to get the right angle, the steam wand is in the center and a little bit closer to the right side of the jug. Also, the wand is not resting on the spout of the jug. It's a little bit away from the spout. When you have set your initial position, turn on the machine, then use your right hand to hold the jug while your left hand is constantly checking the temperature. Now, let's have a look from the top perspective. As we have mentioned earlier, position the steam wand a little bit closer to the right side of the jug. This will help the milk to create that whirlpool or rotating in a spinning motion. Now let's move on to how to get the right angle using your left hand side to hold the jug. This time, the steam wand is resting on the jug spout. It's quite different from your right hand side technique, so you position the steam wand in the center and a little bit to the right side of the jug as well. When you set the position, turn the steam wand on. And now let's have a look from the top perspective. So again, the steam wand is resting on the jug spout and position it a little bit closer to the right side of the jug. That way you can create whirlpool that give a beautiful texture to your milk. So let's have a look again the differences between those two techniques. Both of them have one similarity, which is the steam wand is positioned closer to the right side of the milk jug. Okay, so now let's talk about the techniques on how to froth the milk properly. To start, you need to ensure to position the steam wand just below the surface of the milk to create the froth first. To make it easy to understand, there are two stages in steaming the milk. The first one is called the milk frothing process. Listen to the hissing sound. When the milk volume has increased by approximately 20%, be prepared to bring up the jug to stop the milk frothing process. Now we are entering the stage 2, which is the milk heating stage. At this stage, you just need to wait until the milk gets hot. And can you spot the differences between milk frothing and milk heating process sounds? So again, in stage 1, we are making the froth first, so make sure the milk is rotating in a circular motion and listen to the hissing sound. And when the volume of the milk is increased by approximately 20%, bring up the jug a little bit up to stop it to create more froth. Now this is stage 2, where we just wait for the milk until it gets hot. It sounds different, right? Can you tell the difference? Then turn off the machine when you are done. And oh, by the way, I'm making a small latte. Don't forget to wipe and purge all the time. Alright, so let's make a latte again and count how many seconds does it take to be in stage 1. So we are frothing the milk and listen to the hissing sound while checking the milk volume, and it takes about 10 seconds to generate froth for a latte using our Breville's home machine. And different kind of machines have different power. Our home machine is less power, and that's why the frothing stage might be slightly different from other machine, especially from the commercial machine. So now let's try to make a small cappuccino. So we start with making the froth first in stage 1, and as we all know, cappuccino has the most froth among all coffees, and that is why the stage 1, which is the milk frothing process, will be longer than frothing latte. and it takes approximately 18 seconds in stage 1, while in making latte it only takes us about 10 seconds in stage 1. It's a perfect amount of froth for a cappuccino. Well done. This time I'll be using the commercial use machine at the cafe where I used to work to make a latte. And the frothing time only takes 4 seconds. By 4 seconds, the volume of the milk has increased by 20%, and that's why I move up the milk pitcher to enter the stage 2, where I just wait for the milk until it gets hot. Now let's enter our last part of today's video, which is the mistakes that many beginners make. First one is, sometimes they just can't get the right angle, and if we try to make the angle closer to the back of the jug, you will see that there were many large bubbles generated, and you can tell that this is really bad texture of the milk. So this is not really recommended, and it will make your milk become really bubbly, and it doesn't look professional at all. And the other one is positioning the other part of the edge of the wand above the milk surface. So there are some parts that are still above the milk surface, and you can see that the milk quickly generated a lot of froth, and that's why sometimes you lose control and it makes the milk texture become really bad. Now let's try to pour this super frothy milk into our latte glass. When the first pour, you can see there are a lot of white layer foam generated, and you can tell that there are way too much froth. And the froth is like more than half of the cup, and when you try to lift it up, it feels really light. So the next one is positioning the steam wand too deep below the surface of the milk. So you are skipping stage 1 and you go right to the stage 2 and listen to the sound. It sounds really bad and it's high pitching, and that means you are not generating froth, and it sounds pretty much like this. Now let's try to pour this milk into the cup, and you can see that there are no froth generated, and it just looks terrible. It doesn't look professional at all, and it's overflowing. Alright guys, so again, practice makes perfect. Keep practicing, and one day you will get there. And if you enjoy our video, please help us to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.